captain of Maui and the Great Eel. We had Vicky playing Maui, Doreen playing Pinea Teruko, which is Maui's wife, Gina playing the eel, and Dana's playing the child and son, and I'll be related to the story. Once there were no eels in the rivers and seas. There was only one eel, and he did not live in this world. He was a great eel, and he lived in the waters of the land above the world. He was high in the sky, and he had only the sky father. He was so high he lived near the sun. For a long time, no rain fell in the skyland. The sun was hot, and the waters began to go dry. The great eel looked down at the world. He saw the land of men with its green trees and mountains. He saw blue seas and rivers with cool water.
That's where I should be. I should be swimming in the river in the land of men. It's too hot and dry for me up here.
So the great eel came down from the sky. He splashed into the river, and there he lived. He was the only eel in the land of men. Now Maui and his wife Pinea Teruko lived in a whare by the river. But they did not know that the great eel had come from the sky. Each day, Pinea went to the river to get water for cooking. One morning when she was standing in the river, the great eel swam near her and pushed her under the water.
Hey, Pinea, go away, go away.
Pinea was angry. She went home to Maui and told him what had happened.
There is something in the river. My mother has pushed me and got me wet.
The great eel from the sky must be in the river. If he does that again, I will catch him.
The next day, Pinea went again to the river. This time she took her child to help her carry the water. While they were standing in the river, the great eel came near them. He made them fall into the water. It swam around and splashing them and pushing them under. As Pinea tried to get away, the great eel ate her child. Pinea went home to Maui and told him what had happened. This time Maui was not.
There is a great eel in the river and he's eaten our child.
I will catch that eel and I will kill him! Kaya Tatuna! Kaya Tatuna! Where is the eel? Where is the eel? Kerota Witiawa! Kerota Witiawa! The eel is in the river! The eel is in the river!
Maui went to the river. He waited until the eel came to the top of the water. Then he threw his spear. Maui was quick with his spear, but the eel was much quicker. It dived into a deep place in the river. The spear hit nothing but water.
I may have missed the eel with my spear that time, but I have another way to get him. I'll get him with my magic.
Maui dug a big hole by the river. Then he sang a magic song to make the rain come. Rain in the middle of a huge flood. The flood lifted the eel out of the river and carried it to the hole. Now Maui sang another magic song to dry up the water. He sang until the water of the flood was gone. The hole was dry. There in the middle lay the giant
got you now, and you can't get away from me.
Maui jumped into the hole with the eel. He chopped off the eel's head. And threw it into the sea. The head became the father of all eels that live in the sea. He chopped off the eel's tail and threw it into the river. The tail became the father of all the eels that live in the river. He picked up the middle part of the eel and threw it into the forest. The middle part of the eel twisted around a tree and became a vine. That is how eels came to the seas and rivers of the land of men, and that is why vines twist and turn around trees. They all came from that one great eel of long ago.